Welcome to the class of high throughput data generation and analysis. Dear students, today we are going to learn data normalization. How we normalize the microarray data. So on the last turn we have discussed about the expression ratio and transformation of the expression ratio. Now we will learn about data normalization and how is it is useful. So first of all, why it is required? Because there are the different types of gene expressions, okay, for the thousands of genes on the same slides. So we want to compare the expression level of the genes. So we have to normalize the data. Why it is required? Because it shows the variations. Okay. So when one compares the expression level of genes, there should not change in the two conditions. So we call that housekeeping genes. What one quite often find is that the average expression ratio of the genes deviates from 1. Okay. So in the case of microarray experiments, as for the any large scale experiment, so there are the many sources of the variations. In the last class also we have discussed about the systematic variations, like because it may be because of the variable density problem, there may be the beam positioning error, okay, and there may be the variable size of the spores also, so it can affect the spot intensity. So to remove this variation, to reduce the effect of these variations, normalization is carried out. Normalization is the term, so it is used to describe the process of eliminating these variations. Okay, so that appropriate comparison of data is done, that are obtained from the two different samples. So what is the first step? We have to choose the housekeeping gene set, which consists of genes for expression level should not change under the condition studied. So that is the expression ratio for all the genes in the gene set is expected to be 1. So that will be the housekeeping gene. So we have to choose that gene set. For that, all the genes will show the expression ratio of 1. From that set, a normalization factor is calculated. Okay, so which is used for the characterization of variability. So it is applied. Then this normalization factor is applied for the expression ratio of all the genes. And again, the expression of all the genes are calculated. Gene expression data before and after normalization process. So in these two figures you can see, this is the figure 1 which shows the microarray data before normalization. Here you can see the light spots that are scattered around. So it shows the many spots of different intensities. But after the normalization, you can see only the spots that are really different, that show the intensity, that are light up, which are really different, that will show the intensity after the normalization. So this is the method, total intensity normalization method. The basic assumption in the total intensity normalization is that the total quantity of RNA for the two samples is the same. Okay. So it also takes the assumption that the same number of molecule of RNA from both the samples hybridized to the microarray. There may be variation also, but we assume that. In this method, it is assumed the total hybridization intensities for the gene set should be equal. So So normalization factor can be calculated, although we are doing it on the basis of the selected gene. Means we have selected a gene set that is called housekeeping gene. For that, normalization factor is calculated. How it is calculated? It is shown here. And total, it shows total number of genes is equal to, means these are all the gene set, means there are two different gene set. One may belong to one condition, another gene set belong to the different condition, like genes that are expressed using the red dyes and genes that are expressed using the green dyes. So these genes set belong to the different that are expressed in the different conditions. The same genes from the same sample but expressed in the different conditions. So these are two different conditions. Gene expressed in one condition and gene that are expressed in another condition. Here you can see k is equal to 1. So it will start from one gene to, it will go for n gene in the set. So there will be a summation of the intensity in that gene set. Okay, RK. Then this RK by GK. So we have already discussed about this. What is the intensity ratio? Intensity ratio is the RK by GK. Okay, but here we are considering this for the gene set. Gene set we have selected. So this is the normalization factor. Now by this formula we get this. Intensities are now rescaled such that GK dash, means this is the rescaled value. GK dash is equal to GK multiplied by N total. Okay, and RK dash means you can call this RK prime. So this is equal to RK. The normalized expression ratio become, so TK, this is rescaled TK. Okay, is equal to RK by GK. So these are rescaled values. Okay, so how we can obtain this? So RK by GK multiplied by N total, means what is the rescaled value of GK? This is okay, GK multiplied by N total, because this is the normalization factor has been applied to this. So again, so TK by N total, because RK by GK, what is this? This is the TK. What is the formula of expression ratio? TK is equal to RK by GK. So here we keep the TK, then TK by N total. So this is the modified expression ratio, rescale value, which is equivalent to, if we take the log TK, okay, is equal to log T log 2 TK minus log 2 N total. So log is applied to this, log TK dash prime log 2 TK minus log 2 N total. So this now adjusts the ratio such that the mean ratio for gene set is equal to 1. Okay. Another method is the mean log centering. In this method, the basic assumption is that the mean log to expression ratio should be equal to 0. This is the assumption. So in the previous method it was 1, now here it is 0 for the gene set. In this case, the normalization factor can be calculated as, here you see NMLC, means mean log centering. So here again it is applied for a gene set log 2 RK by GK. This is the expression ratio divided by total number of gene in a set. Okay, so what is the normalization factor now? Intensities are now rescaled such that GK prime is equal to GK multiplied by 2 NMLC. So here in place of N total, here it is 2 NMLC. So this is the only difference. You can compare it from that. Here it was N total, now here it is 2 NMLC. So the normalized expression RK will remain same. The normalized expression ratio becomes TK prime divided, is equal to RK prime by GK. Okay, then RK divided by GK into 2 NMLC. This is the now rescaled value. What is Rk by Gk? This is Tk. So Tk divided by 2 NMLC. Okay, so this is the, okay, now the normalized ratio becomes like this, which is equivalent to, if we take the log values, we will apply log 2, then log 2 Tk minus log 2 2 NMLC. So in place of and total, here it is 2 NMLC. This is the difference from previous method. Okay. Now we can write it down like log 2 Tk minus NMLC. So this adjusts the ratio such that the mean log 2 expression ratio for the gene set is equal to 0. So other normalization method include linear regression, chain ratio statistics and lowest normalization method. So here the only basic method is explained. The next step following the normalization process is to filter low intensity data. Okay, using the threshold value. So that is imposed according to the background intensity. So here further we will study about the analysis of the gene expression data. So this was all about the normalization. So in the normalization, initially we select a set of genes, housekeeping genes for which expression ratio is 1. Okay, it's to be 1. So using that gene set, we calculate the normalization factor. This normalization factor account for the variability. This is then applied to reduce the variations in the data. To rescale, this normalization factor is used to rescale the values of Rk and Gk. This is the normalization factor which is applied. Okay, so the value of Rk and Gk are now rescaled. Okay, now the expression ratio will become different. Okay. So these are the two approach. Mean log setting, this is the another approach. Okay. Now logarithm is taken. So in each method we have taken the logarithm. So here the expression ratio become equal to 0. So in the mean log centering method, the expression ratio of gene set is equal to 0. This is the difference between these two methods. Okay, now lecture is over.